How much do you inform your customers about bad games, balancing need to move inventory with morals? Here's the rule that I say to new employees. And it's not the rule that I follow, but I will touch on it. If someone asks you about a game and you know it to be crap, you can tell them that it's crap. By all means, be as honest as you possibly can. If they ask, is Anubis 2 on the Wii any good? You can be like, no, that game sucks. Don't pick it up. If someone walks up to you and says, I want that copy of Anubis 2 behind the counter, you sell them the copy of Anubis 2 and you don't say anything.
Because they're already predetermined.
Because they're predetermined.
Sure.
For me, it's honestly something I have to work on. I probably scare away more sales than I really should.
I'm sure Trey likes hearing that.
Trey doesn't listen to the fucking podcast. For instance, guy comes in this morning, looks at a copy of Watch Dogs on the PS3. He goes, have you heard anything about this? I said, yeah, some things. And he goes, what's kind of the take on it? And I said, I've heard very middle of the road. I said, but personally, I said, the idea of the game interests me. I haven't had a chance to play it. He's like, yeah, I've heard it's like Grand Theft Auto, but like you can do everything through hacking. And I said, that's where I'm kind of curious, because a lot of people have told me that the hacking is really secondary and that the game really just kind of plays out more like a Grand Theft Auto. And he's like, oh, well, it could still be cool. And then he goes, well, what about that new Wolfenstein, The Order? And I said, well, I did hear that was a pretty good game. And in my mind, because I'm at both stores and I'm working like crazy lately, we had a copy of it at the other location.
Wow.
We didn't hear. And I said, oh yeah, I would go with The Order. I would definitely go with Wolfenstein The Order. And he goes, yeah, I heard that one was really good too. And he puts the Watch Dogs down and goes, well, thanks for your honesty, but you don't have The Order here, so I'm going to have to go elsewhere. And walked out the front door. And like, yeah, I'm like, oh. So part of me felt good that I was honest, but like at the same point in time, I wouldn't have purposely sold him a shit game, because I don't know how Watch Dogs plays. I don't know it to be a shit game. People, like I said, everything I told him up to that point was honest. But if he had I known that I didn't have the new Wolfenstein, which I've also heard very middle of the road things on, honestly, I would have been like, honestly, dude, it's a toss up. I just go with whatever seems interesting.
So how do you balance the honesty versus I have to sell shit in my shop? I'm sure there's games you see on the shelves that are going to be there 10 years from now and no one's going to buy those games.
I just don't push them. I really don't. I can't. And Trey doesn't even do it. We don't. Like, I mean, I'm never... If someone asks me for a recommendation on a game and I'm out on the floor with them trying to find them that's something they're going to like, I am never, ever going to recommend a bullshit game, because I want them to come back to me and trust me, because at that point, then I can start recommending expensive games. Once I've done something good for them twice at like the $15 level, I can start recommending them $35, $45 games, and they're going to buy them without question. But if I, yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'm maybe a little too honest for my own good sometimes with it.
Maybe you'll get good, that person will remember and come back later.
Right.
Versus a GameStop where maybe the person doesn't give a shit.
Right, and he did say, he's like, I will be back, but like, that was my first interaction of the day. I'm like, I fucking lost a $30 sale or whatever we're charging for Watch Dogs.
But you gained a friend.
Yeah. So
it's kind of similar to me when I go to a flea market. If someone asks me, what should I be pricing these at? I'm like, all right, I got to tell them. I can't misdirect. Versus if they just had $5 on it.
Yeah.
On a $100 game, I'll pay $5.
No, I mean, and I do that too with trade-ins. If someone comes in with a big bin of stuff and they've got a $100 game in there, I'm like, I will make you a separate offer on this, but that's actually worth something. I don't ever try to group that stuff in and get like...
You don't say, here's a bucket price.
Yeah, I don't try to get like rare games for nothing. I just can't do it.
Except when it's an NWC card, but you didn't know that.
I didn't know it was in the fucking bag! I still feel fucking horrible about that.
Oh, I feel great.
I know you do, because it's...
I don't feel great that I paid that much money, but I feel great that I got it.